Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and we're at the Sagrada Familia here in Barcelona, Spain. And today what we have for you are the 10 things that are going to shock you when you visit Barcelona. And probably the first thing that shocks people is just how many tourists come here to Barcelona. This city is packed all year round, whether it's in the summer to hit the beaches or in the winter to hit the culture and get the nice weather. There's just so many tourists here that it really overruns you. So if you're going to La Rambla, you're going to Sagrada Familia, or you're looking for hotels, look, you are going to get nailed with higher prices, with lines and all kinds of stuff. So if you can, book things ahead of time, all right? So since we've had so many tourists around here, we're gonna try to show you a little bit more of Barcelona from this video, because you have more than just the Sagrada Familia. Now, the second thing that's going to shock you is when you do come here to Barcelona, the number of pickpockets and scam artists you will run into, especially here on La Rambla, and you really need to be careful. I mean, make sure you have your wallet in your front pocket, use your money belt and things like that, because the pickpocket artists here are insanely good, okay? And the thing is you might not even realize it's happening. So what I do recommend is if you do notice that your wallet's missing or something like that, just trace your steps back, because most of the time the pickpockets, what they want is they just want your cash. They take the cash and then drop the wallet. So check the ground by where you've been, also the garbage cans by where you've been. Same thing on the metro, you've got to be careful. And it's not just pickpockets, there are the scam artists here and things like that. And they don't, they'll dress however you think they won't dress. My parents got nailed here a few years ago. They had some mustard on their shirt, and the guy says, "Oh, let me help you," and he cleans it off. But my mom put her bag down when it happened. Boom, they stole it right there like that. So you really gotta be on your game when you are here. And we've had lots of fans and travelers comment and talk to us, talking about issues they did have here. And the third thing that's gonna shock you is, yes, there are those pickpockets and scam artists, but the third shock is how little the cops seem to care or want to help you when these things happen. Now, I'll be honest, over the last couple of years, the police have gotten a bit better, but man, don't be surprised if you go and say, "Hey, I've been pickpocketed," or "My bag was stolen," and the cops laugh at you. That's what happened to my parents. It happened to some of our fans. You really got to take heart in that. So you'll be shocked at the lack of help you will get if something bad does happen. So that's why I say always make photocopies of your passport, have those numbers for if your cards get stolen, things like that, because it is bad. Because yes, there's tons of pickpockets, that shocks you, but the lack of help from the cops, that'll probably be another thing. So the next thing that's going to shock you when you come here to Barcelona is the crazy architecture you will see around the city. Gaudi had a great influence here, so he has amazing things like here in Paso de Gracia, obviously Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, when you can go through and get your picture with the lizard and see the cool architecture in the park. But it's not just Gaudi that's here. There's great architecture from multiple areas. So if you're exploring the Old Town or the Gothic barrio or El Born or other places, you're going to see awesome architecture that will shock you, especially when it looks crazy like that.
What Mark meant to say was not crazy, but crazy cool.
Now we're back here at the Sagrada Familia for our next shock of Barcelona, and that is the line to get into Sagrada Familia is long. It's hot, there's no shade, it's really, really crazy. So what I recommend is pre-purchase your ticket online to the Sagrada Familia so you don't have to deal with the shockingly insane long line. Okay, so our next shock we have for you is when you are here, you'll notice kind of a lack of other languages and lack of kind of decent tourism hotels and things like that. There are tons of hotels and stuff like that, but the thing is you're paying a lot of money and you're not getting a lot for it, and that's one of the biggest shocks you'll have when you're here. And kind of going along with that is there is a lack of other languages. I mean, it's Spanish or Catalan. You will find some English, but very little, and you'd be surprised with such a popular city like this. For people to come all around the world, you expect more English and more German and more stuff. It's not that way, so you really got to learn some Spanish or maybe a few words of Catalan before you come. It'll make your time here a lot easier. But yeah, the hotel thing will shock you that you're like, wait, I'm paying all this and this is all I'm getting? You're going to expect a bit more. Now, the eighth thing that might shock you when you come to Barcelona is this isn't Sangria land. I know when you think Spain, you think, oh, Sangria and tapas everywhere. That's what everyone has. Oh, no, 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 no. Here in Barcelona, it's cava. So make sure, oh, if you don't know what cava is sparkling wine, like champagne, but it's the Spanish version and it's fantastic. And I do recommend when you are here, do have cava. Go to El Born by the Gothic neighborhood, go to that neighborhood there, go find a cava bar, have your tapas, your pinchos, and have your cava there, and it is just the thing you have to do. But I know a lot of tourists go, hey, why aren't we drinking more sangria? Because this is the land of cava. And actually, you can go do tours out in the countryside of where they grow the cava and have that and do tastings, and that's a really cool thing to do. So the ninth thing that's gonna shock you when you come here to Barcelona, oh, we're here at Camp Nou now where Barcelona plays, and the ninth thing that's gonna shock you are the beaches here. This is Beach City, Europe. And actually the crazy thing is, those beaches are new. Those are man-made beaches you're going to. And what's cool is you can go there and there's bars and clubs and restaurants and all kinds of stuff right on the beach. So you can have a great beach time and have like a normal tourist time too, which is really, really cool. And the 10th thing that's going to shock you when you come to Barcelona is how much culture there is here. Yes, this is Beach City Europe, and this is Party Central Europe, but the culture in Barcelona is fantastic. From the National Museum of Catalonia to the Picasso Museum, heck, you can come and tour the Camp Nou Stadium where Barcelona plays. There's so much culture and history here in Barcelona. The City Museum of Barcelona, so many cool things to see that it's not just a party visit, it's a cultural visit as well, so you get it all together. And then I want to talk about how your watch, see I don't even wear a watch anymore here because your watch doesn't matter here. The kind of mañana mentality that you get in a lot of places in Spain, that happens here as well. It's not as, let's say, strong here as in other parts of Spain, but you do need to know that things will take longer, and you are shocked sometimes that, man, what's taking so long for my beer to get here? What's taking so long for the tapas and things like that? So you need to make sure you pack a lot of patience when you do come here, because you will be shocked with all these tourists and all this hustle and bustle. That service is kind of slow and you're kind of like, oh, come on, guys. So just know that this mañana mentality will happen in stores, restaurants, hotels, check-ins, stuff like that. So you really need to have a lot more time, a lot more patience with the people here, because it can get frustrating, especially since, like I said, with all those other tourists here, it can get you a bit frustrated.